Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
How are you all? How are you guys?
Good, sir.
All right. What about others?
Good, sir.
All right. Okay, so let's start the class. Okay, so yesterday we have discussed about keyword argument. Okay, and the day before yesterday we discussed about like variable length argument. Okay, so today we will discuss about nested function. All right. Nested function. Nested means
Function inside a
Inside.
function.
okay, nested
Let's
means
see.
inside, right? We can say nested means inside. If we are creating a function inside the function, so we can say that is a nested function. A function inside a function is called nested function. How to create a nested function? Simply, for example, I'm creating here like a1, okay, and a1 is containing I am a1 function, okay, and after that we have a2 function. A2 function is inside the A1 or outside the A1? Is it inside the A1 or outside the A1?
Inside.
Okay, so this is what inside what A1 function, right? Okay, so can I call A1? Can I call A1? Yes. Okay, calling A1 function. So what it is printing? I am A1 function. But we have to print this message also. I am A2 function. So can I call A2 function here? Can I call this? Yes or no?
Yes.
See, if I will run this, so what it is saying? Name A2 is not defined, right? Because this A2 function is inside inside which? Inside A1. So we can A1 see this A2 function is inside A1. So means the accessibility of A2 is there inside the A1 function. For example, I am here creating name is equals to what? Python. So can I print Python here? Can I print name here? Print name. What it will what will happen? It is saying name is not defined. So where can I use name? I can use this name inside A1 function. But outside the A1 function, these all the statements are inside the A1 function. So here in this block, I can use the local variable, this variable. This name I can use anywhere inside the A function. But outside the A function means here I cannot use. Right here I cannot use. This is what? This is error. Okay. So can I use name here? Yes, here we can use. So let's remove the error first. So it is printing what? Python as a name it is printing. So name is defined inside the function and we are using this name inside the function. So it is valid. So if we will call this name here, if we will use this name here, so it is error, right? Because it is what? Outside the function. Outside function name is not accessible. Okay. So this is the thing. But here we can access. In the same way, if you will call a2 function, so a2 function is what? Inside the a1 function. So we cannot call a2 function directly because a2 function is a part of a1 function, right? So from a1, inside a1 function, I can call a2 function. So here I can call a2 function. So this is not an error, but here it is what? Error, right? So first we will call a1 function. The control flow will go here and there is a name, variable name, okay, and it is a value and it is printing I am a1 function. After that it will print name. After that we have this a2 function and we are calling a2 function. So a2 function we are calling. So after printing these things, it will print I am a2 function. So I am a1 function. It is printing from here. Okay, I am a1 function. It is printing. After that, it is printing Python because we are printing name. Okay, and after that, this is what a2 function. But a2 function will not print anything until we will not call it. So we are calling a2 function. So whatever is there inside the a2 function, it will print. Okay, getting everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nested two. So for example, just give me a minute. Okay, so let's see another example. For example, I'm creating here function one. Okay, and inside the function one, I'm creating num is equals to what, 100, right? And I'm creating here function two, right? And I'm modifying the value of num. Okay, I'm modifying the value of num, like how much, 3999. Okay, like that. Okay, so here I will print num. So what it will print, it will print the modified value, which is 3999. Okay, 3999. Okay, so for example, now I am outside the function. Now I am outside the inner function. Okay, so means I am inside the outer function now, and I want to print again this now. So will I get a modified value or the original value? Can anyone tell me?
Original value.
Why it will print original value?
Because
Because it
we
is
are
outside of
outside the
F1.
second function.
Sorry,
We are outside the second function.
we are outside the. So basically, what I want to modify this num value from the f2 function. Okay, so if you will run, you are correct, it will print original value. So means this modification didn't apply to the original one. Okay, so let's see. So let me call first fun2, because we cannot call fun2 outside the function. So I will call it from inside the function. Okay, then outside the function means outside the f1, I will call f1. So what it will print, it will print 100 and 3999. Right, how it is printing? So first we are calling function one having one variable num1. Okay, after that we have this fun2. Okay, so we are not calling fun2 right now, so it will not print. Okay, so first it will print this num value. Okay, then after that we are calling fun2, so fun2 will call, then number value will modify. But okay, so let me just print it here once. Okay, so this is what, 3999, and this is what, 100. So if you will print num again and again, it will print original value only. So it is printing original value. Okay, what is the mean of this? Let me tell you with an example so that you can understand properly. For example, there is a function called Nobita. Okay, what is the function name? Nobita. Okay, so he has taken one commitment to change his habit. Okay, so he took one commitment to change his habit. What he said, he said, I will study very hard. Okay, so Nobita has taken newer new year resolution, okay, in order to change his habit. Okay, so after that, when Nobita go to their room, okay, for example, this is the room of Nobita, or let me write Nobita room. Okay, Nobita room. So whenever, so what is his commitment? I will study very hard. But when he go to his room, so what happened? He adopt his previous habit only, playing game. So he is what doing? He's playing game. So if you will print this habit, so here inside the room, he is playing what? He is playing game. But when he go outside, okay, when he go outside, but let me call this Nobita room first. So what he is doing inside his room, he is playing game. But from outside, he will tell everyone, like I will study very hard. Okay, like that he will say. So okay, so like his habit is changing inside his room, right? So if I will call which function? So if I will call Nobita, so what will happen? So first it will print what it will print? It will print, it will call this Nobita room function. And what is the habit? Habit is what? Playing game. But when you actually print the habits, so what's the habit he has taken? Like I will study very hard. Like that, like habit is modifying. Okay, playing game and I will study hard. Okay, so it is saying like this. But what we want, whatever he has committed, the same thing should happen. So what I will do, I will here use one keyword which is non-local. Okay, so habit. So here what we are doing, here instead of playing game, now we will not replace his habit. What we will say, actually Nobita is studying, right? So actually Nobita is studying, and here also actually Nobita is studying, right? Like in previous example. Okay, so for example, I'm creating, so like age was 200. Okay, dev 1 2. Oh, okay, so I'm trying to modify the value of a with 500. So if I will print a here, so what it will print? It will print 500. It will print 500. Okay, so let's call fun2 first. Okay, after calling fun2, if you will print this a again, so it will print 100. So a value is not modifying. So what we can do here, in order to modify original value as well, we can use non-local keyword. Okay, non-local a. So if you will modify, so a value is modified. So here now a value is modified. So here also it will print 500. Okay, so both places it is printing what? 500, because of we are using non-local. Okay, so what is the mean of non-local? Okay, so non-local non-local means like we can say inner function can access outer function variable. Okay, but it cannot modify. That's a mistake. Okay, modify the value of outer function variable, but with the help of non-local keyword.
Sir, but the global keyword also works as same, no sir.
Which keyword?
Global keyword.
Global keyword. Yes. Okay. Basically, global keyword. Okay, I will tell you. I will tell you about the global keyword as well. Okay, let's complete this. But with the help of non-local keyword, okay, we can modify modify the value of outer function, right? So suppose if I'm writing here global, okay. So can you please tell me this A is a global? Is A is a global or local? If it is A is a global, can I print A here? If it is a
No,
global,
sir.
so there should not be any error, no error. But error will come because A is not a global variable. Getting what I'm trying to say here? So that is why we cannot use here global because A is not actually global. A is what? A is what? Local variable. Okay. So when you are creating A here, so A is a local variable for fun1. So if you will create A here also like this, so this A is a local variable of fun2. So we have two local variable, A which is referring to f1 and this A which is referring to the fun2. Okay, so we have two copies, but we don't want to create two copies. We want to use this same variable. Okay, I want to create it one time only. So that's why I'm saying non-local. They means use which like variable, local variable of fun1. That's why I'm writing here non-local, otherwise it will create another copy of A. Okay, getting what I'm trying to say? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, for example, I'm creating here A. A is equals to 100. So this is what? Global,
No.
global A. Okay, so here, if you want to modify its value, so see, if you will print here A, so it will print what? It will print 10. Even though we are modifying the value here, so it will not modify because this is a local variable. So what we will say inside the fun1, don't create a local variable, just use the global variable. So here I will use keyword global A. Okay, so this time it is using what? Global A. So it is actually what it is doing, modifying the value of global A. So here actually the global A value is modified. Okay, so that is the concept of global. Okay, global variables, but we are learning concept of local variables. So we are not creating any local variable. I mean, we are not creating any global variable. We are creating this local variable. A is equals to 10. Local variable. Okay, this is what local variable fun2. Okay, so I'm creating here a like 20. So this is what another local variable, right? So we have now two local variable, one is a and second is what, another a. So this is a local variable of fun1. Okay, another, not another, local variable of fun. Okay, so what is the difference if I write here non-local keyword? So what I'm trying to say, don't create a local variable for fun2. Okay, so it is what, local variable of fun1. So now this fun2 function is referring local variable of fun1, correct? So if you are reinitializing it, if you are modifying the value of it, so this a is nothing but referring to this a. Okay, so when you replace the value 10 with 20, so both the places inside, if you will print inside the function call fun2, and if you will print outside the function, outside the fun2, if you will print a, so we are seeing here a value is modified, so both places it will print 20, and here also means here it will print what, 20, and here is also it will print 20. Okay, so I can call here fun1. Are you understanding the concept? So if I will not use here non-local, so it will create the local variable of fun2. So this time we have two local variable. One is for fun1, second is for fun2. So here it will print 20, but this a is what, fun1, related to fun1, so it will print 10. So it is printing 20 and 10. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Guys, are you getting this concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The
sir.
non-local variable exchange the first value to second value.
Non-local variable can modify the value of parent function. Okay, so for fun2, the parent function is fun1. So if you want to modifying the variable of parent function, you can use non-local. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, after that, okay, so what, like in Python, PVM follows which rule? LEGV rule. Okay, it follows LEGV rule. What's the mean of LEGV rule? And this is the important, if we talk about interview point of view, so it is important. What is LEGV rule in Python? I don't know why this key is not working on my laptop. Okay, so here what is the mean of L? L stand for local. Okay, or should I write like this? Local. Okay, so local means local. What are the local variables? Local variables we create inside the function. Okay, local variables are what? Which are declared inside the function. For example, I'm writing here fun one, and this a is equals to 10. Okay, local variable, right? This is the local variable, and after that we have e means enclose, enclosing. Okay, what is happening? Okay, it means enclosing means a function inside another function. Okay, so enclosing means a function inside another function, right? Enclosing means a function inside a function. And after that we have global. Okay, what is the meaning of global?
Declared outside the function.
Hmm. Declare outside a function. Okay, so this is what global, and b is means built-in. Built-in means the functions are coming by default, or we can say predefined function like print. We use print now. We didn't write code for this print, and we have another like predefined function which is len. Okay, so this is the rule. Leg means local, enclosing, and global, and built-in, right? So suppose inside a2, I mean inside fun2, did I declare a is there inside fun2?
No,
For
sir.
example, this is nothing but money, and this is money. Okay, and this is parent, and this is child. So child has its own money? No, child don't have its own money, so it will use parents money. Okay, it will use parents money. So let me just call this child, and let me call parent. Okay, so it is using what? Parents money. Okay, suppose food is like rice. Will not rice, but biryani. Okay, so okay, so child don't have money, so it will use parent money. Okay, and child don't have food, and parents don't have food, so this child will bring food from outside, right? Okay, so this length function is not there inside this child function. Okay, we didn't define any length function. We are just using this length function like we are using food. In the same way, we are using this length function. So length function is not defined inside the child function. Length function is not defined inside the parent function. And length function is not defined outside the parent function. So now it will go into what? It will go into built-in modules. Built-in modules. Okay, so when you download the Python, so some built-in modules downloaded by default. So it will search the definition of len function in what? Built-in modules. Okay, so like that it follows. So it is printing like this, and it is printing the length of this. Okay, so what is the mean of this? Let me tell you with an example so that you can understand it better. Okay, what is the mean of this LG LEG? What is the full form? LEGB rule. Okay, so LEGB1. So here, for example, I'm creating one function called Nobita underscore room. Okay, there is a function called Nobita room. Okay, so inside the Nobita room, there is a test paper. Okay, and in the test paper, okay, this was what? Mathematics test paper, and Nobita got failed in the math test, unfortunately. Okay, failed in math test, right? So this is what, is it a local variable or not? Local variable. It is what? A local variable. Okay. So can I, if, okay, so for example, if somebody is finding this test paper, for example, Nofita mom is finding this test paper outside his room, so will they got the test paper? Will she got the test paper? Will it give
No,
error?
sir.
Yeah, it will give error. So you cannot find. So when you have local variable, you cannot use it outside the function. So where she can find? Inside the room of the Nobita. If you will print the test paper, so she can able to get the paper. Okay. So got the paper. Okay. So like that it works. Okay. But it is not printing anything. So in order to print something, we need to call the function Nobita room. But if she will try to find it outside the Nobita room, so it will give error. Okay, because Nobita hide his test paper inside his room, so it is giving error. Test paper is not defined, like that it is giving, right? And so this is nothing but I'm telling you about like what is the mean of local, how local work. Local. Okay, inside I'm talking about the meaning of L. This is how local work. Okay, now let's talk about another rule. Okay, second is what? Enclosing. Enclosing scope. So what's the mean of enclosing scope? Enclosing scope means, for example, there is a function. Okay, there is a function called gr. Okay, gr mom. Okay, so gr mom is what? She is like we can say old singer. Okay, so she has given training to Jia like how to sing in a beautiful manner. So she has given training, so she has given what? Singing tips. Singing tips, right? So she said sing loudly with confidence. Okay, so she said what? Sing loudly with confidence. Okay, so after that we have Jian. Okay, so Jian is what? He is singing. Singing by taking tips from his mom. Okay, what are the tips? Tips are nothing but singing tips. Okay, so this is nothing but this variable. This variable is enclosing scope. Why it is enclosing scope? Because Jian don't have any singing tips. Okay, he don't know how to sing. So if he don't know, so he will acquire the tips from the enclosing scope. Okay, so what is the enclosing scope? The parent function. So it will acquire the tips from the parent function. So if a inner function taking something, if inner function don't have anything, so he will the function will ask that thing from enclosing scope. Okay, because for this Jian function, this mom function is what? Enclosing scope. Whatever is there inside the mom function, that is what enclosing scope for Jian. Right, so after that Jian will sing. Okay, and we will call the Jian mom. Right, so it is not printing actually. We need to print here f string. Okay, so singing by taking tips from his mom, sing loudly with confidence. So what I'm trying to highlight here, enclosing scope. If something is not there, so the inner function will demand to the parent function, because if something is not there, it will take from the enclosing block. Right, and after that let's take another example. Okay, G means global. Okay, global scope. Okay, so global scope. So global scope, we can say this scope is like anywhere door. Okay, which is available from anywhere. Okay, so global is like anywhere door, means with the help of anywhere door you can go anywhere like that. So for example, we have anywhere door creating a variable which is global variable can go anywhere. Okay, we can go anywhere. So now we have a function. For example, we have function nobita. Okay, and we have okay, nobita. So nobita can use this door. Yes, nobita can use this door because this is what? Global door. So I'm writing here. Okay, so nobita is using, okay, using anywhere door. So for example, I have another function which is Shizuka. Okay, so she also want to use the same thing. So Shizuka is using anywhere door. Okay, why? Because it is a global variable. That's why both users can use. Okay, so if suppose if this anywhere door is available for Nobita only. Okay, so this anywhere door can use by the Nobita only because it is local anywhere door. Okay, which is like private. This is what private anywhere door. So Shizuka cannot use. So if you will make it global, so like all the users can use, even Jian can also use. Okay, so this is the use of global, but it is not working because we are not calling any user.
Format string missing, sir.
Oh, sorry.
F.
No,
Format.
we don't need format in the string because
Oh, anyway.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
Okay, no issue. That also we can use. Actually, that is good way to write in formatting string. Okay, Nobita is using any door, can go anywhere. Shizuka also using because it is a global variable. So this is the mean of G. Okay. Next we have built-ins. Okay, built-in is go, which is nothing but mean. Okay, so what's the mean of this?
We can use predefined functions
Yes, it
anyway.
means the things which are not available in your module. Means in your program file, if something is not available, you can directly use. Suppose I want to count the length of s. Okay, what's the length of s? Either you can write the function for this. Okay, you can define the function and you will iterate and you will increase the count, then that things you will do. Otherwise, you can take the help of built-in modules because inside the built-in modules we have predefined function and you can directly print the length of this s. So this is an example of built-ins. So what is this length? Basically, this length is a built-in function. Okay, so it is printing 46 characters are there, right? Getting everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's see all the examples at once. Like all L E G B. Okay, so for example, we have map. Okay, map is nothing but I'm writing here capital. So map is nothing but I'm creating one global variable. Okay, so display the hidden places. So this is the example of global variable. Okay, for example, I'm creating another function which is Doraemon gadget. Okay, so I have a function called Doraemon gadget. Okay, so what's the gadget name? So for example, Doraemon has its gadget which is nothing but time machine. Okay, so this is what, nothing but local. This we can say this is a local variable, or we can say this is what, enclosing. Okay, so this is an example of enclosing, because if inner function will not have this gadget, like for example Nobita don't have this gadget, so he will demand to the Doraemon. Okay, so this gadget will become enclosing scope for the inner function. So def, like for example Nobita, so Nobita want gadget, so Nobita don't have any gadget, so it will take gadget from the enclosing scope, right? So for example he want gadget, so like print gadget. Okay, and he want to map also, because he don't know the hidden places to go, so map also he can use. Okay, so but while using the map he also wants some hints. Okay, so for hints we are creating another variable. So this is what hint is like, follow the shining star, right? So this is the hint for Nobita, and this hint is nothing but local variable. Okay, so suppose if we don't have this function, so now this is what, local variable. Okay, but if you have inner function, so this is what, enclosing. This gadget is what, enclosing variable we can say, and this one is local variable, and this one is what we can say, enclosing. Enclosing, what is this? This one is global. Okay, next is what, suppose I have to use here built-in. Okay, so in order to use built-in, I want to calculate the length of this gadget. So gadget. So this is how we are using, what we are using. Okay, we are not using local, so let's use local also. Print hints local. Okay, so this is a complete example of LEGB rule. An example of LEGB rule in Python. Okay, so what I will do now, I will call first Nobita function, because outside this outer function I cannot call the Nobita function. So inside the Doraemon gadget function we need to call the Nobita function, otherwise Nobita will not be able to use the gadget of the Doraemon. Doraemon's gadget it will not able to use. Now we have to call the Doraemon gadget. Okay, so like that. So it is printing what? It is printing follow the shining star. This is what, local variable. And after that it is printing gadget, which is enclosing, and it is printing map, which is global. Okay, display the hidden places. and 12 is nothing but built-in. This is what length of this gadget, time machine length, it is printing by using built-in module. So this is how we can use this. Are you guys understanding this or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about others?
Yes, sir, understanding.
Understood, sir.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So after that we have another topic which is decorator. Okay. So decorator is one of the important topic as per the interview aspect. Okay. Decorator is one of the important topic, right? So deco. Okay. So decorator function. Okay. So decorator functions are what? Decorator functions are, for example, you have a function and you want to modifying your function without changing in the source code. Means you don't want to change the function code. Without changing the function code, if you want to modify your function, so you will use decorator. Okay, so decorator is a mechanism which can modify your original function without changing in code. Okay, so decorator function takes, okay, another function, okay, and extend the behavior of the original function. Okay, so it will extend the behavior of original function. How it can extend the behavior of original function? Let's see. Okay, so for example, I have a function called def display, and what I want to display, I just want to display hello everybody, how are you doing, guys? Okay, so like this I have to print, but what I want to print star also. So if I will call this function, if I will call or invoke this function, I will get this message. Okay, hello everyone, how are you doing, guys? Okay, so it is printing like this. So what I will do, I'll create one more function like draw star. Okay, and inside the draw star function I will pass this display function. Okay, I'm not calling display function right now, I'm just passing this display function inside what draw star function. So but draw star function is not created, so let me create this draw star function. So def draw star. Okay, so inside the draw star function we have one argument called display. So this display will received by d. Okay, so what I will do, display is a function or a simple variable? What is this? Is display the function or variable? Tell me guys, is display is a function or a variable?
Function.
Function. Are you calling display anywhere?
No, sir.
We are not calling. So we are passing this display function in D. So with the help of D, we will call this display function. But before calling the display function, I want to print what? I want to print this star. And how many times? Like 50 times I want to print. Okay, then after that I want to call display. Nothing but calling display function using D parameter. Getting, and below this I want to call what I want to call. I want to again want to print star. How many times? 50 times. Right. So will it print anything? We are calling display function using D. Okay, so it will print this message. Hello everyone. Hello everybody. How are you doing, guys? So like that it will print. Will it print if I run? What message it will print? Any idea? What it will print?
Same message, sir.
Yeah, it will print same message, but it will wrap with this star.
Stars.
Okay. So this is how what we are doing. We are passing. Can I instead of calling this D here? Okay. So inside this draw star function, can I create one more function called draw, which is inner function? Okay. So inside this draw function, can I keep everything? Okay. And after that, can I return this draw? Okay. So what we are doing, we have created one inner function, which is draw, and inside this draw function we have a star, then we are calling D, and then again we are printing this. So in order to use this functionality, in order to use all the statements which are there inside the draw, what we need to do, we need to call the draw. But we are calling draw function anywhere? Are we calling draw function anywhere? See, we are calling display function. We are calling display function with D. We are calling draw star function with here we are calling the draw star function. But this draw function, who is calling this draw function which is containing everything? No one is calling. So if I will run it, so what will happen? We are not getting any output. See, once again, we are not getting any output. So what happening? We are not calling this draw function. If draw function will not call, means this functionality will not work. No, I means this D function will also not call. So this is returning draw. So whom it will return? It will return to this line. Okay. So we will store it inside what? Fun. Okay. And what I will do, using fun, I will call this. So using fun, okay, calling which function? Draw function using fun. Okay, why? Because this draw star function returning draw, and draw we are using inside the fun, we are storing inside the fun. So this fun act like a draw, and we are calling this draw using fun. So now we will get the result. Okay, so are we getting the result or not? Yes, we are getting. Okay. So another thing is, if you don't want to do this, because this is a traditional way to call the inner function and applying decorators, what you can do, you can use the latest way, like at the rate, and here you can call draw star. That's it. So at the rate and draw star is nothing but this draw star function we are calling, and we are passing this display function inside what draw star. So inside this display function, draw star functionality will apply it. Okay, draw star functionality will apply to which function? Display function. So let's call it. Let's run it. Okay, let me run it. Okay. Okay, it is not printing. Why it is not printing? Okay, so let's call display here. Okay, so now it is printing. Getting, if you're not understanding, tomorrow I will let you know this concept. I mean on Monday. Okay, I think there is no class tomorrow on Saturday. We will continue our class on Monday, and I will revise. We will start once again this decorator concept. Decorator is nothing but we just pass function inside another function as a argument. Okay, and like we modify the behavior of the function. The behavior of this display function is just print this one line, but we modified the like behavior of this. Just ignore this, just ignore everything, whatever this selected part, just ignore it. And see here, we have display function, we are calling display function, and we are applying which function functionality? We are applying draw star functionality. Okay, and inside the, and what is draw star functionality? And this is the draw star functionality. So simple. If you will see here, if you will see here, we have display function, we are calling display function. If you will not use this, if you will not apply any functionality, any decorator on it, so it will print simple message. If you will print decorator on it, if you will apply decorator on it, so means it will extend the functionality of your function, so automatically in your function will print these kind of things. Okay, what's the mistake? Draw. Okay, the mistake, spelling mistake. Draw star. Okay, so like that it is printing. Getting, if you will see here, so you can easily understand this is just a function, and we are calling the function. But this is something concept of decorator. We have draw star function. Inside the draw star function we have one method draw, and this draw will return draw function. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss, I mean on Monday we will discuss all the concept in detail, so don't worry. Any doubt, anyone? Okay, decorator basically we use in, for example, you are you visited what e-commerce website. Suppose you visited what one e-commerce website. So when you try to buy anything, okay, so it will ask what login. Okay, it will, for example, let's take an example of Gmail. I'm trying to give the answer of this question where we commonly use decorator. Okay, for example, there is a Gmail application. On Gmail application, when you open Gmail, for example, let's forget about the Gmail, let's talk about Instagram. For example, you are using Instagram application, social media application, so it will ask you login. So once you log in, so you can easily go inside what chat. You can, once you need login at a time. Okay, after login once, you don't need to log in again and again. So okay, I think I'm telling in wrong with this example. Okay, whenever, for example, I'm creating here decorator, for example, okay, let's take an example. Okay. For example, I'm creating here @login. Okay, login when someone trying to chat. Okay, ask login when someone trying to share the video, and login when someone want to what like the post, so if you want to keep this same functionality with all the functions, then you can use decorator. So you have written this login functionality one time only, and on each function you are extending each function by applying this login functionality. Okay, so whenever someone click on like, so it will ask login. When someone try to share the video, it will ask login. Like account. Okay, like in banking we can use this basically, where the security is very big concern each and every step. So at those places we can use decorators. Okay, are you understanding with this example? I'm not implementing it, I'm just showing you basically. Getting?
Understanding, sir.
Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Any other question apart from this? All right, guys. So thank you for listening patiently, and good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You may leave the meeting.